Genetic abduction. Genetically predisposed to be a user. In fact, my grandfather's real name was Boozer. A great, eloquent, proud man. But how much more could his destiny have been without the brown bottle in his hand? Genetically predisposed to be an abuser. Ironically, God said, her, I'm going to use her, going to send good news through her, and the day will come where even her genetics will have to lose her. So yes, I have these alcoholic genetics on one side, and on the other, too many diabetic double amputees to count. Or at least that's what I've heard. And since there's never been any face-to-face interaction, I kind of just have to go on their word. Sort of absurd that you can be perennially absent but your presence transferred. I am genetically predisposed to being a diabetic, schizophrenic, double amputee alcoholic. And that's why I put my hand in his hands, because he anointed me and made me poetically apostolic. He took my diabetes and anointed my metabolic with painful memories diabolic. Even in those homeless days, sleeping in my car, he assured me that I would finish college. And now with my degree, I put him way above my knowledge, because when my thinking fails, his wisdom is still solid. Over all the times where my faith just nodded, and back in squalor I tried it, while the enemy smiled and plotted, his grace just blocked it. All the drive-bys, driving high. Oh, I admit it. I was intoxicated, but the angels took the car and just seemed to isolate it, on guard while the plans of the enemy were just terminated. And then he showed me love uncontaminated and commitment unadulterated, when in ignorance I wallowed in the pain, still devastated, and marinated in the abandon, still infuriated. So excuse me, I have reason to give him praise supersaturated, because if he never does another thing, he's already demonstrated that his blessings can't be calculated. While the same ones who smiled in your face were the ones who corroborated and incriminated and at times mutilated. But before a single dart could be penetrated, God took the relationship and just eliminated it. But you were too demotivated and too inebriated and too disassociated to see that it never correlated to the consecrated, already nominated queen you were celebrated to be. Sorry if I get a little off task, but when I think of his goodness and all that he's done for me, if we were in church, it would be right now that you'd hear the keys, because I was a willing participant in my own self-destruction. He himself screamed no and performed a genetic abduction and amputated the mental seduction that had me snuggling with dysfunction, mating with the past and continuously birthing reproductions, but still he forgave me. Absent daddy, no instruction. Broken mommy discussions. Loneliness resulted in these emotional constructions. I'm still up under construction. He took my mind and performed a spiritual liposuction. And what that means is that I have not always lived the things that I say. And what that means is that sometimes there's a fake smile behind the things that I portray. And what that means is that daily I tell my thoughts that they will obey. And sometimes I fight the memories, but the pain still replays. And what that means is that regardless of my mistakes, I am not a throwaway. And my tomorrow is not contingent upon my failures of yesterday. For he is the potter and I am broken clay. I would be nothing except he changed my DNA. I would be nothing except he changed